G'day guys, we're back and we got the SONVIA on the brand new Hub Dyno here at Powertune. Chia's going to be working his magic and we're going to run through a bit of the setup on what he does on the dyno. I think that'd be a good idea, eh Chia? Yeah, we'll give him a rundown of everything Chia does here. And yeah, use the Sonny as a bit of a test bunny. But before we get started, we got to make sure everything's good to go on this. We've found that the idle control wasn't hooked up, so we're just finding the pin on the ECU that's tucked up under here, and we're just gonna make sure that's all working damn good, because we don't have electronic throttle on this car. We've still got the cable, and yeah, we're just trying to make it as easy as possible to drive the thing. So Chia's all over it. He's just yelling out what I need to repin or whatever on the ECU, and then yeah, we're just slowly getting it done. It'll be a little bit of a process, but we'll get there. We're gonna get it done. It should be interesting to see what this thing makes. Freaking keen. All right, I gotta get these. I gotta get this wiring sorted. So Chia has the what would you call this, Chia?
M130 software.
Okay.
So this is the wiring. Firmware wiring.
Oh, okay, cool. So this comes with the, obviously,
you do it in the software.
Yep.
The Motec.
And then it will tell you exactly where everything should be hooked up.
No, so this tells us actually where it actually has been assigned to.
Oh, really?
And then we can actually see what's free, and then assign it to the ones that aren't being used.
Ah, okay. So as they would have wired this up, they would have assigned each thing to.
Yeah. So once he assigns it into the Tune software,
yep,
it just populates this automatically.
Okay.
So if anyone who's going to check the wiring, you just go into this part of it.
Oh, so you don't have to worry about a piece of paper.
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
That stays with the car. It's actually inbuilt within the ECU.
Right. But can you get this wrong?
Can you get it wrong? Yeah.
You can put the wrong thing in there.
Yeah, you can put the wrong thing in the wrong place. Like, yes. But we are just assigning things to the right place.
Yep.
So that they do work and they are functioning.
So we got 12 volt going to it.
Yep.
So it's this little sucker here that goes onto the idle control unit. I believe that's what it's called, is it?
Yep.
Yep. That's down there, the factory one. It just plugs in underneath behind it. So we got 12 volt going to it, but we just need to figure out the other side now. Cool. So now I go into here. You've got your big plug and your little plug, and our one wire we've already pulled out that we need to find for A29. So I'm going to find that real quick. Alright guys, so on the back of these plugs, I'm probably screaming into this microphone, sorry. You've got numbers on the outside. I really don't know if you can see them. I'd zoom in if I had another hand. But anyway, on the very bottom there's 26. Right there. So we count from that towards the inside when you flip the plug around, and you'll see that 4 in on the top there from the left is a free hole. So that's where we're going to put it. That's number 29. You can now see that that hole has got a pin in it now. So that white button there, a white little clip, you push that in, it'll unlock it, so all your pins become free then. Just be extremely careful they don't fall out while you're trying to put another one in or take one out. And then there's 2 little white buttons on this side. You push them back in when you've got the pin in there, and it's locked in there. They will not come out. That's done. So now we got to go on to the next thing. All right, guys. So we ended up putting it in pin 31. So not 26 or 29. I moved it back out, and it's in 31 now. So what I showed you before was just a good demonstration of how to do it, but we ended up changing a pin to another one. So it's all good and sorted now. We'll just make sure it's actually working.
Done it?
Ready, boss?
Ready.
Oh, Amin's here, guys. Hey, buddy. And his crazy 33 GDR. I'd really like to cut some footage right now of him taking me for a little cruise, but it was on a private road you know,
Mexico.
we probably should just chuck it in, shouldn't we?
If you want.
Alright, you guys are going to enjoy this. Here it is now. Okay.
So now with us, why is that moving? Anyway, but so now I've assigned it to half bridge output 3, is that correct?
Double check.
Firmware wiring.
Because I put it in pin 31. A31. Yeah.
Out bridge output 3. Pardon the English. So we've got him there, assigned to that.
Yep. So it's, how do you know if it's working?
We're going to do it in test mode.
Okay, so while I was waiting for something to pop up here, Chia was actually just trying to hear it tick. So it is ticking?
Yeah, it's good.
It's all good?
Good.
That's my first ECU wiring
job. Oh, wide by Squid. Okay. Okay.
So what's next?
Alright, so...
Next job. I'm on a roll.
Our next job is... Alright, so that was that guy. The other thing that I haven't seen assigned is our knock input.
Oh, okay.
Now...
That's pretty important.
Yeah, most important part
especially with Jake driving. So I've still got the standard knock sensors on this though, not the Motec ones.
So I want to change that and put the Bosch donut style knock sensor
Yep.
in. So we're going to put it into B7.
Okay.
We're going to put it into B. So on this car here, you can actually use 2 knock sensors.
Yep.
In.
So knock input 1 and 2.
Oh, sorry, there it is. Yep. Knock input 1 and 2.
So it's B7 and B13?
B7 and B13.
Alright.
Alright,
so I've got to run new wires?
Gonna run new wires.
Lucky I'm a Sparky, eh?
We'll put mount 2 knock sensors in. We can do it with 1 knock sensor, really.
Yeah. Well, let's do what you want to do.
Let's put... You want to bolt it sort of middle of this... Like the stroke of the cylinder.
Yep. Wait, so is there a spot already there? You can just bolt 1, 2, or...
But the factory one is actually... The RB25 is actually a different style one, so you can... Once you pull that out... So I want you to put this guy, bolt this guy in.
Okay. Cool. So this is the Bosch style...
Yep. Donut
knock sensor.
Yep. And then we're gonna just heat
Okay. Make a bit of a loom for me.
Yep. Just get the connector. I'm gonna run those 2 wires inside.
Yep.
And one side of that wire will go to input 1.
Yep.
And the other side of that wire will go to input 2.
Oh, okay. So B7 and B13.
Yep.
Alright, I gotta get busy. Let's do it. Okay, so a little update. I actually took the idle control valve unit completely off. Cleaned it all out. There was a heap of gunk, like oil and just carbon build up in it. So I took that off, cleaned it all out because it wasn't switching with a big enough RPM difference. I'm pretty sure that's what Chia was saying. Anyway, he basically said it should be working a lot better than what it was. It was working, but it wasn't working good enough. So I just cleaned that out, made sure that this line that goes into the cold side of the intercooler piping was all clean. There's nothing clogged up in there or anything like that. That's all good. Now we're just running the wiring for the knock sensor, the new one, the Bosch style one. It's down in there, you can't see it, but had Ray here weld that up. Almost done. Almost done. And looks like I've got to drive home tonight. So yeah, bit of a tight deadline. Alright, I gotta get busy guys, so I'm probably gonna skip a bit and we'll probably cut straight into tuning it. So you kind of know what we're doing, setting up this new knock sensor and just got the idle control sorted. So now we'll just go through and make sure everything's all good, EGTs, all that sort of stuff, and yeah, start running it up on the dyno. Woo! And yeah, we're just gonna show you pretty much everything that's involved with the brand new Hub Dyno here at Powertune. It's freaking cool. So good. Alright, so Pete's kind of showed me what to do here, but not really. Chia's still not here, so I'm just taking control myself here and assuming that I've found the input and output resources and the knock cylinder resource. I've just turned them all on. So, because we've only got the one knock sensor on there, the one Bosch donut knock sensor, we've wired that in, and I'm just assuming that this is right. So hopefully when Chia gets back, he'll be like, you got it right, or, you know, I got it wrong. So we're all ready to rock now. The knock sensor's working. Me and Pete killed it.
Pete and I.
Pete and I.
I'm the drummer police.
Okay, so we're now at the point where we're going to start tuning. Chia's just setting everything up on the Hub Dyno. So what are you hooking up here, Chia?
This is a tacho pickup. So, engine. So this is actually for us to know the engine speed.
Yep. So that one goes on the first cylinder?
Yeah,
and then
you can go on any cylinder really.
As long as it's on the ignition system.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. And then you've also got a knock sensor here, is that right?
Yeah, that's my listening device.
Oh, so you actually have headphones purely on to check for knock?
Yeah.
Yep.
Listen for noises in general.
Yep. So if anything abnormal's there?
Abnormal's there, I can sort of correlate to the graph that I see inside the ECU as well.
Yeah. Don't mind the broom too. And then the last thing...
this guy.
Yeah.
It's the map sensor.
And that's just to pick up the reference of the boost pressure, correct? So now Chia's going to go through and put the description in here. So this will store it forever, eh? Like, this is just ends up being a database where you can go back and see what's been done to each and every single car that comes through the shop. So now Chia's just going to run it up and basically just get a feel of how the tune is now. That's ready in it. And then, yeah, start doing some stuff after that. Should be good. God, I can't wait to drive this freaking thing again. Right, first initial run. Boom, boom. 380, 20 pound. Bit ridiculous. For a stock engine, don't you think, Chia?
Yeah, man.
Okay, so there's the first run. And just going off the log, Chia's had a quick look at it all. And as you can see here, all the EGTs are coming up on the dash, but they actually weren't going through to the ECU. So there was no way for the ECU to actually monitor what was going on with each cylinder. So we've just sent that through via the CAN system. I'm not exactly sure how that works, but Chia just done all that. And it wasn't too hard to put that through. And then also, he hasn't done it, but we're just going to get the E85 to get sent through from the ECU into the dash, so that'll come up. So the E85's actually picking up on the ECU, it's just not coming through to the dash, so that's another thing we got to swap over, and then that'll be all sweet. And then yeah, from there we just make sure the knock system's all set up, because that wasn't actually enabled, and we've put that new knock sensor on, as you would have seen. So we'll just get the car to knock a little bit so we know where it starts knocking, and then you just set up the frequencies to pick up from there. So if I'm ever thrashing the crap out of this car, which I will be doing a lot, if it starts knocking, it'll just automatically start pulling timing out and whatever Chia sets up. So if you guys are ever wondering why I got this orange ball on the dash, the stress ball, it sits in there. It's very well, it's much needed. But not anymore with this Motec. So now we're just going to set everything up so it's working properly. And when I say we, I mean Chia. he's chasing more power, but Jesus, Chia, turn it down. It's only a stocker. We found there's a massive difference in the EGTs across all the cylinders. So we just checked them with a heat gun, and it was sort of showing that it's correct. So then we pulled the spark plugs out, they all look good, but we did a comp test, and yeah, she's all over the joint. So we've got to bring the boost down now. I don't know how long this engine's going to last. I don't know if you guys can see that, but the spark plug was cracked there and there. That's my fault. That's because I was doing them up on an angle. Don't be like me. up the old for me. God damn. Okay, so as you can see, the SONVIA has been taken off the Hub Dyno and replaced with this insane freaking buggy. Long story short, SONVIA is sweet. I don't know how Chia does it, but we literally fixed everything up on it now. The Motec is working as it should, and it's making ridiculous power. We even did a comp test, and there's a few cylinders that are a long way down from where they should be, but it just makes power. So we're going to have to monitor that engine very closely because it is a stocker, and obviously we're still doing the back-to-back test with the old ECU. So I'll get Chia to explain a few things, just on basically the Motec system and like the knock control side of things. So with the SONVIA being a stock engine, we literally have to use every feature that the Motec's got to make sure it stays alive. So Chia's just going to explain like the knock system, like just briefly.
The knock control system, simply if it once set up correctly, once it detects knock, it actually takes timing out instantly on the next power stroke. It will take it out.
Wow.
Yeah. So depending on how high that knock has gone over your threshold, it'll actually pull a certain amount of degrees of timing out.
So it'll...
And then it will reapply it over a set time as well.
Yeah, okay. So it's not just going to like automatically cut the engine, you know, won't run. It'll...
No, it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't put it into a limp mode.
Yep.
It actually puts an engine limp... it actually will just pull timing out of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you can keep running. So in a nutshell, it's like a safety feature you won't even recognise.
Yeah.
Like,
well, actually, and then you can actually send the driver a warning as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So if it's pulling timing out, and then it will tell you, okay, driver.
Perfect example. If you guys ever watch my videos, and especially in the Beamer, and you've seen a knock light come up, like it's it's so sensitive in the Beamer that even a gear change could activate it. But yeah, if there's ever a major knock or anything like that, it pulls timing out, keeps the engine safe, and it's just one of those crazy features that Motec's got.
It's the best system I've used so far. So.
Yeah. And then also, we've got your standard stuff hooked up now. Like if it goes over temperature, it'll put obviously pulls timing out, and then gets to a point where it starts like pulling the limiter down.
Yeah.
Oil pressure warnings, or oil pressure limiter basically. So if it at a certain RPM, if the oil pressure drops below your standard settings, it then obviously puts it in a...
So what we just done now?
Yep.
We just tracked the engine's oil pressure behavior now.
The scatter plot that you showed me? Yeah, okay.
And so we actually put a limit just below that line.
Yep.
So if it comes abnormal from what it is today, then we actually say, okay, what's wrong? We don't wait for it to come all the way to the bottom.
Yeah.
Because it's probably too late by that stage.
Definitely.
Yeah, so that's what we're doing today. Everything that the engine's, like its personality, I guess.
Yep.
Right now, personality's the right word. It's,
like
characteristics.
Yeah.
Right now, we've logged that, and we've actually set limits on, like things that can cause damage.
Yep.
So on the behavior now.
Pretty much everything Chia got the car to do on the dyno is now the base setting. So when I go out on track and it, like, anything goes out of proportion to what you've seen on the dyno, there'll be limiting factors to save the engine's life.
Yeah, that's trying to help a standard engine. Because it doesn't have a second chance. It's less tolerant.
Yeah, definitely. So have you seen that sort of power on a stock 25 before?
I have.
Yeah.
But it won't be used in the same way that you're going to use it. That's for sure.
Yeah. Let's see how it goes, eh? But nah, huge thanks, Chia. It's Saturday night, and it's freaking what, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock? The things this boy does for me, I tell you. Thanks, Chia. And I'm obviously heading back to SA straight away, and then off to New Zealand next week, and the week after that, we're doing the round 4 of the summer series, which is pretty exciting. So we're putting this thing straight into the test, and see how it goes.
Fingers crossed.
Thanks heaps, Chia. You.